Hi, and welcome to 3 Things in 3 Minutes. I'm Nursey. Today we are looking at Maracaibo. From Games Up and Capstone Games. It plays 1 to 4 players with a solo AI mode and is billed as 30 minutes per player, but it'll probably take you longer. What it's about. Maracaibo is a moderately heavy Euro game from Alexander Pfister that takes place in the Caribbean during the height of the Age of Sail. Now, each turn, players move their ships around a branching rondo-like path in the Caribbean, taking actions wherever they land, such as buying engine-building cards for their tableau, trading cards for upgrades or for quests, engaging in warfare for one of 3 nations, or exploring the continent for rewards. Now, after every circuit, everyone who has some intermediate scoring and gains income, and then there are new quests and changes for the coming round. The player with the most points at the end of 4 rounds wins. What I like, the game manages to merge some classic Euro mechanics with a theme that works really well. Between trying to win influence as a privateer for the different countries, trading goods with your cards at the ports, and exploring the continent, it just suits the Age of Sail theme well. And this is especially true if you play in the story mode, which is called a legacy mode. And this creates a narrative with quest objectives, adding in new cards and tiles that change the layout of the board, and all that evolves how the game progresses from one game to the next. Now that's uncommon in Euros and something that I hope we get to see more of. And even though the story mode is called Legacy, none of the changes are actually permanent, so you can thankfully undo it or even just play the game as a one-off scenario, which still works pretty well. And each of the paths and engines is still viable and enjoyable, whether you want to go heavy on combat, on exploration, or just amassing wealth. Now, points to consider. Whatever your engine is, it can be hard to catch up if you have unlucky draws or make poor choices early on in the game, and so this is definitely a less forgiving and more complex Euro. And the round length is determined by who completes the circuit first, so even though the game incentivizes larger movements a little bit, if everyone decides to just inch forward to get more done in each round, especially in the early game, the rounds can drag on. Now, add on to that the fact that your cards have multiple uses, so they can use them in your tableau or use them for trading or for quests. So it means you have a lot of heavy decisions to make. Now, all this means that the game can outstay its welcome if you aren't careful. The game will also take up a lot of table space, especially as your tableau grows, so leave a lot of room. And while the components create some nice variability and scaling in the setup, it also means that the game can take a long time to organize in both setup and cleaning up. So in summary, it is a highly thematic, uniquely story-driven, and occasionally demanding Euro game. It has lots of enjoyable and viable paths, though how you play the game will greatly affect the round ends and the game's length. And the non-permanent legacy setup makes each game interesting and unique, though the setup and cleanup can be long. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to the channel.